Welcome back to another This Week in Warframe. This is going to be for the week of February 1st through the 8th, and we're going to talk about free items, we're going to talk about Star Days, Vauban Heirloom, the Degas set that is going to be fully acquirable, a bunch more things. Also, the Twitch drops will always be linked to the top of my Twitch chat, so if you guys are curious about when there's Twitch drops, what's happening with them, all that stuff, it's going to be pinned to the top of my Twitch chat. But let's go over all this lovely information and get into it this week. So first and foremost, Bird over here this week has himself an Azure Archon Shard. Deep Archimedia is a survival, disruption, and assassination. Temporal Archimedia is a defense, Hellscrub, Scaldra, and assassination. Current coda weapons for the next 4 days are the Catabalist with 33.1% toxin, the Hema 28.1% toxin, the Mire 30.7% toxin, the Motivore 52.4% electricity, the Pox 26.1% cold, Sporothrix 25.4% magnetic, and the Torxica with 40.3% toxin. The 1999 calendar for October here, we're looking at choices between Crimson Archon Shard versus an Orokin Catalyst Blueprint. Then we have an Arcane versus a secondary Arcane Adapter. For the month of November, we have choices between double Arcanes versus 3-day resource drop chance booster. Then we have Exilus Weapon Adapter Blueprint versus 6000 Endo. And for December, we are looking at a Formal Blueprint versus Kuva. Then we have a double Arcane versus another Orokin Catalyst Blueprint. Taking a look at the Steel Path Descendia, we're going to have a Pistol Ribbon mod, a Arcane Persistence, I don't know why that took me so long to say that, secondary Arcane Adapter, then Arcane Circumvent, then we'll have 25 Steel Essence, we'll have 3 times Arcane Expertise, and then finally an Omni Forma Blueprint. If we go check out the Descendia on normal this week, we're going to have a final reward of a secondary Arcane Adapter. The current Prime Resurgence has 10 days and 18 hours left. This is going to be for Haro, Necros, Ivara, Oberon, Valkyr, Saren, Garuda, and Korra. And once all of this is done, we're probably going to go right back to the, two Warframes at a time that you're going to be able to get for Prime Resurgence. So pick up them, their weapons, whatever you need from them or anything while they last, because these are some pretty good frames here. So this week, February 4th, they're going to bring back Star Days, and every year there's always some new stuff. You can see some of the new glyph items here that they have, I guess, shown us preemptively on the screen here, so we'll be able to get those. We're also going to have Lunar New Year is coming soon. I don't have a specific date. I don't think they've released it yet, but Lunar New Year is coming, and we're going to be able to get, as you can see on the screen, the Stegoth and Kaith skin. They also mentioned they'll be bringing us a Floof, a Sugatra, a Glyph, and more, and all of that should wind up in the in-game market. Now, if we get into the event that's happening right now, we have Thermia Fractures with 3 days and 16 hours left. The current alerts, here we have the 3 Dagoth parts that are here. The next Dagoth part is going to also be dropping on February 4th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's going to be the last part, which is the systems, and that will be your entire free Dagoth set. And I believe that's here until February 18th? Yeah. That's here until February 18th, so you'll have a couple of weeks to get that if you haven't been able to get on the game and get these parts. We also have an alert reminder to do the weekly Iatan treasure hunt with Maru. The current invasions, we have a Snipetron Vandal Barrel versus a Latron Wraith Barrel. Then we have a Dara Vandal Stock versus Twin Vipers Wraith Blueprint. Then we have a Sheev Heatsink versus a Snipetron Vandal Blueprint. And I would be surprised. Oh, there is more. Wow, this is a lot today. We also have Twin Vipers Wraith Barrels versus a Dara Vandal Blueprint. If I go back to Steel Path, then we can see the incursions right now are Interception, Survival, Crossfire Exterminate, Survival, Crossfire Exterminate, and a Void Flood. The sortie for today was a Rescue, Defection, and Spy, and if we check out this week's Archon Hunt, it's against Boreal for an Azure Archon Shard, and we'll have to do a Spy, Interception, and Showdown. We check out what Nora has going on. It's the usual permanent weeklies, plus we have to, this week, unlock 10 relics. We have to defeat 5 Void Angels in the Zaramon, mine 3 rare gems or ore in the Plains of Eidolon, find 6 caches across any sabotage mission, and today's daily is deploy a Spectre. If we check out the rewards that she's got this week, we can see we got Eximus Advantage, Range Advantage, Loot Detector, Physique, Enemy Radar, Deadly Maneuvers, and Critical Mutation. These three right here, loot detector, physique, and enemy radar, certainly going to be able to sell those for platinum fairly easily in trade chat. So if you have extra credits, you can buy these and then make some platinum back off of that. We also have skull shots for the Viper, focused acceleration for the Tetra, rumbled for Atlas, and brainstorm for the Grakata. Now, as we check out the Steel Pass circuit with Deviri, just want to quick point this out here that we have on February 11th, the Vauban Heirloom is going to be dropping, so we're going to be able to purchase that. It's going to be just under 500 platinum if you want to buy it with plat, or if you want to spend real money. I don't remember what it's actually going to cost, but maybe 25 bucks, whatever. But honestly, easier just to make the platinum in the game. But you do you, boo, like most of you will. So this week's Incarnons, we have a Torrid, dual Toxicist, dual Ichor, Miter, and the Atmos Incarnons here. We also have a rifle, pistol, melee Riven, and 20,000 Kuva. And if we check out what's happening on the normal circuit this week, we have choices between Loki, Mag, and Rhino. If you're appreciating these weekly videos where I update you on what's happening in Warframe, drop a like. Super appreciate it. It really helps out. Let's browse what Akrithis has this week. Currently, she has a Shotgun Riven mod for 15 Pathos Clamps, a Secondary Outburst, 10 Pathos Clamps, a Formal Blueprint for 10 Pathos Clamps, and a Roken Reactor Blueprint for 20 Pathos Clamps, and lastly, a Primary Arcane Adapter for 25 Pathos Clamps. Checking out Tenet and Steel Path Honors, this week we have a Veiled Riven Cipher for 20 Steel Essence, and of course, an Umbra Forma Blueprint. Let's go! For 150 Steel Essence. And if we check out what the Conehead has this week, we have a Tenet Ferox with 32.9% radiation, Tenet Grigori 52.2% radiation, a Tenet Livia with 25.2% radiation, a Tenet Exec 32% toxin, and a Tenet Agendist 26% impact. How much platinum have you made since you've become a Patreon?
Over 100K.
45K.
60, 70,000.
20,000.
What's the most amount of platinum you've made in a week?
12K.
Probably about 5,000.
5,400.
Probably 8K.
What's the most amount of platinum you've made in a day?
5,400.
Day was probably 4K.
Probably about 3,000.
2K.
What's your favorite method of making platinum that you've learned from me?
Mostly just flipping ribbons and selling warframes.
Probably arbitrations.
Selling sets of Warframes.
I enjoy Zeramon the most.
Imagine how much time and money they've saved. You know where the links are. Reminder to stop by the Chrysalith on the Zeramon and visit Archimedia and Yanta for your 35,000 Kuva. Then you can travel to Iron Wake on Earth and visit Palladino for your 2 Rivens, your 35,000 Kuva, and your 150,000 credits. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and stop by my Twitch channel where you can get free drops when they are community-wide, also free rewards I do all the time anyway. And make sure you check out your Invigorations this week and see what you got. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you in the next one.